Start at verse 15. Salakia for the technical difficulties. We back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead, man.
Come, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 15.
Yep.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my toes.
Salakia, start at 13.
Come. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat,
Go ahead.
but ye shall be hungry.
Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Hey, that's the spirit. You playing? Hey, that's the end of the road. Hey, we at the end of the road. Hey, that's the spirit, man. Hey, man, the Lord made that thing manifest sweet to the end of the road, man. We at the end of the road. Go ahead, man.
Come. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart,
Go ahead.
but ye shall cry for sorrow of
Yeah,
heart.
man, you're gonna cry for sorrow of heart, man. Because you refuse to hearken to the words of Yahweh Shah. You refuse to hearken to his prophets. Go ahead.
And shall have for vexation of spirit.
And shall have for vexation of spirit, man. Go ahead, huh?
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my toes.
Go ahead.
For the Lord power shall slay thee,
See, the Lord power gonna slay you. Go ahead.
and call his servants by another name.
Go ahead.
That
Yeah, go ahead.
he who blesseth himself in the earth shall bless himself in the power of truth.
That's it. That's it on that. Go to Jeremiah 15 and 1. Yeah, man, we're gonna tell you what is left for you, man. Okay? We're gonna tell you what the Lord has for you. Hey, Shalom, Akim, and Akwathiel, the water for tuning in. Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty. Hey, man, if you don't receive any resistance, man, it's something wrong, man. All right?
Come, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Then saith the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people.
Go ahead.
Cast them out of my sight,
Cast them out of my sight.
and let them go forth.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth?
Yeah, in that day, you're gonna see a man of the Lord. You're gonna ask him, what are we supposed to do? Right? Go ahead.
Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord,
Go ahead.
such as are for death to death,
Such as are for death to death.
and such as are for the sword to the sword,
Go ahead.
and such as are for the famine to the famine.
Yeah, man. For the famine to the famine, man. Sword to the sword. Death to death. Go ahead.
And such as are for captivity to the captivity.
Yeah, the FEMA camp. Go ahead.
And I will appoint over them 4 kinds,
Go ahead.
saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
The sword to slay,
The sword to slay.
and the dogs to tear,
Go ahead.
and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
And the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Scriptures tell you that we're going to be in league with the beasts in that day, man. In league with the beasts of the field. Is that it on that? Go to Job 5 and start at verse 17. So see, there's a penalty for not believing, man. And we're reading you the penalty, man. And we know that the Lord is going to bring certain men through the fire. All right, but you gotta, that's the portion that Israel has to go through, man. But the Lord still is going to take care of you, man. All right, and that's what we're reading about. Yeah.
Go ahead. 17.
Yep.
This is the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 17. Behold, happy is the man who the Most High correct.
Happy is the man who the Lord corrected, man. That's what you being tried as gold is tried in the fire. Go ahead.
Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
So don't despise the chastening of the Lord. Go ahead.
For he maketh sore and bindeth up.
Go ahead.
He wounded and his hands make whole.
Go ahead.
He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles.
Yep.
Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Yeah, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee, man. That's what the Lord is promising to his servants, man. We just read that his servants is going to eat. Go ahead, huh?
In famine he shall redeem thee from death.
Go ahead.
And in war from the power of the sword.
And famine, he's going to redeem you from death. And what?
And in war from the power of the sword.
And from war and the power of the sword, man. Go ahead.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue.
Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Neither shall you be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Go ahead.
At destruction and famine thou shalt live.
And destruction and famine thou shalt live. Man, that's a heavy spirit the Lord gonna have to put on us in that day, man. Right? Go ahead.
Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Neither shall you be afraid of the beasts of the earth. We just read that the Lord is going to appoint 4 kinds, right? The dogs to tear and the beasts of the field. But the Lord just said right here, neither shall you be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Why? Go ahead.
For thou shalt be in a league. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field.
Go ahead.
And the beasts of the field shall be at peace with you.
The beasts of the field is going to be at peace with you, man. These are the promises of the Lord, man. For those who've been seeking him while he may be found, man. Right? Is that it on that? Give me Isaiah 59, start at 19. So yeah, man, it's a penalty for not believing. Let me get a quick precept before you get there. There's a penalty. This is the book of Hebrews. Chapter 11 and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. See, we hoping to be saved out of this tribulation and trouble. We hoping, we are prisoners of hope, as the scripture has said, right? It says, for by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High. And who is that? Yahweh Shai, right? It says, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear, right? By faith Abel offered up unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained the witness that he was righteous, the Most High testifying of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speaketh. That's right. By faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death, and was not found. And that's what we're hoping for, to be translated, right? Not see death. The Lord said there's going to be certain men that not see death, right? It says, by faith Enoch was translated, that he should not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had this testimony, that he pleased the Most High. Verse 6, but without faith it is impossible. Man, it's always something. Salakia. Ooh, he working overtime. Verse 6 again, but without faith, this is Hebrews chapter 6, chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, man. All right? You got a precept?
With, being translated, right? So for us to be translated, that's going up in the chariots.
That's right. In those new bodies.
Yeah, I was looking for that in his Revelation. When he say, come up hither.
Yeah. Revelation 11 and 12. Verse 7, this is Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet. Yeah, we've been warned of these impending destruction, these missiles, all right, that's going to pelt this place, right? By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. You see? So he condemned the world at the same time being preacher of righteousness, man. All right? And you won't know that unless you read the scriptures, precept upon precept. All right? And we're condemning the world, man, trying to be heirs of righteousness, trying to be translated. You got that precept? You gonna bring it out? What I got you hold? You hold this up?
Precept over the man.
Okay, bring it out.
Just to go off what you said, off the penalty of not having faith.
Oh, bring that out, yeah.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 4.
That's it.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Hey, man, that's plain and clear, man. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, you got to keep reading on that.
Behold, saith the Lord,
Yep.
I will bring plagues upon the earth.
Go ahead.
I will bring plagues upon the world.
Yep.
The sword,
The sword, famine,
death, and destruction.
all these were created for vengeance, man. You read that in Ecclesiastes 39 and 24, or 39 and 28, I believe. Go ahead.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth,
Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Go ahead.
and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Go ahead.
Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness,
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
which they profanely commit.
Go ahead.
Neither will I suffer them in those things,
Go ahead.
in which they wickedly exercise
In
themselves.
which they wickedly exercise themselves. Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me.
Hey, didn't we just read about Abel? His blood cried unto the Lord, man. Right? That innocent and righteous blood cried unto him. Read that again.
Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me.
Go ahead.
And the souls of the just complain continually.
And the souls of the just complain continually, man. We out here complaining, man. When you wake up groaning in the spirit that you got to go and serve these devils, man, you groaning in the spirit, man. All right? And we're tired of being here, man. We ready to be lifted up in those chairs. You got that in Revelation? Bring that out.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 12. But they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither.
Come up hither.
And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Yeah, man. And that's that wisdom of Solomon 5, man. Why our enemies going to beheld us, Lord willing, we part of that elk, man. Lord willing, we make it. Right? Go ahead.
It say, in the same hour was there a great earthquake.
Yep.
And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000.
Yeah, a complete number of men, and you go into just Google FEMA camps, right? And it's sectioned off by 10. That's that 10th part of the city that fell. You know? And being taken up in those chairs, we're going to be afraid. Go ahead, huh?
And the remnant were afraid.
You see? Go ahead.
And gave glory unto Yahweh of heaven, the power of heaven.
Go ahead.
The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly.
Yeah, the third woe is coming quickly, man. All right? And when those thermonuclear hit this place, that's that great earthquake, man. Okay?
Isaiah
59. You know what? Drop that. Let's go to Revelation 6 and 4. We're going to come back to Isaiah 34, I believe, and 6. You hold the song? You just listen. Okay, come. Yeah, Revelation 6 and 4. Yeah, let's transition to these thermonuclear fire, man. It's going to punish this place, man. Right?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon.
So like 14, 6 and 14.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll
Go ahead.
when it is rolled together.
And the heaven departed as a scroll when it was rolled together. Now, our forefathers was only able to describe it with things they were accustomed to at that time. That's a mushroom cloud, man. Go ahead, Al.
And every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth, and the great men,
Go ahead.
and the rich men,
Go ahead.
and the chief captains,
Go ahead.
and the mighty men,
And the mighty men.
and every bondman,
Go ahead.
and every free man,
Go ahead.
hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
See that? Hid themselves in the dens and the rocks of the mountains. Right? Those, what they call dumb, deep underground military bases. Right? Go ahead, Al. Yeah.
And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us,
Go ahead.
and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne,
See? Go ahead.
and from the wrath of the Lamb.
And from the wrath of the Lamb. Yahushua coming back with power and great glory, man. Go ahead, Al.
For the great day of his wrath is come.
For the great day of his wrath is come. Give me Isaiah 34:6. I think that's what I want. Go ahead.
I got two on. One for the mission, and one in Isaiah 16:16. You know, we're talking about us going into those to those rocks and mountains and hunting them out.
Yeah, that's Jeremiah 16.
Jeremiah 16.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm getting one from me. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 11. It says, "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Yahweh has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes.
Yep.
For his device is against Babylon,
Yep.
to destroy it,
To destroy it. Go ahead.
because it is the vengeance of Yahweh,
Yep.
the vengeance of his temple.
Go ahead.
All right, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
Go ahead.
Make the watch strong.
Go ahead.
Set up the watch. Prepare the ambushes. For Yahweh has both despised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon."
That's right, man. And he said he's going to destroy this place off the face of the earth. Who was you got?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
Go ahead.
It is made fat with fat.
Matter of fact, start at verse 1. Something wrong with you. Look like something wrong with you.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 1.
Yep.
Come near, ye nations,
Go
to
ahead.
hear,
Yep.
and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and let all, and all that is therein, the world,
Go ahead.
and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations,
Go ahead.
and his fury upon all their enemies.
Go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies.
Okay.
He had utterly destroyed them.
He have utterly destroyed them. Go ahead.
He had delivered them to the slaughter.
Go ahead.
Their slain also shall be cast out,
See that? Go ahead.
and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses,
Go ahead.
and the mountains shall be melted with their blood,
And the mountains shall be melted with their blood. What's going to melt it? Go ahead. Al.
and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved,
Go ahead.
and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll,
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Go ahead.
and all their hosts shall fall down,
Go ahead.
as the leaf falleth off from the vine,
Go ahead.
and as the fallen fig from the fig tree.
And from the falling fig as the fig tree. Go ahead.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
My sword shall be bathed in heaven in his rulership. And what?
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea
Upon Idumea. Go ahead.
and upon the people of my curse
And upon the people of my curse. Go ahead.
to judge.
Go ahead.
34, 5. This Isaiah. This book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
Go ahead.
It is made fat with fatness.
Yep.
And with the blood of lambs
Yep.
and goats.
With the blood of lambs and goats, man. That's 2/3 of our people and the wicked, which is Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
With the fat of the kidneys of rams.
Go ahead.
For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra.
For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra, man. And Apostle El Tahak constantly goes into, man, this is an altar. This place is going to be sacrificed, man. All right? And anytime you come up to any of these camps, it's an altar. But the ultimate altar is America, Babylon the Great, man. Where it's going to be sacrifice of lambs and goats, man. Go ahead,
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Give me Isaiah 9 and 5. So yeah, man, this thermonuclear destruction is coming. And while you getting that, I'm going to get this. This is the book of Zechariah. You probably want to close it up a little bit. Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. Okay? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. You see that? So what's hot enough to do that? Those thermonuclear missiles, man. All right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 5.
Yep.
For every valor of the warrior is with confused noise.
Go ahead.
And garments rolled in blood.
So yeah, all those ancient battles, man, they were with what? Garments rolled in blood, hand-to-hand combat. Go ahead,
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
This shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
For unto us a child is born.
That's it on that. Give me 2 Peter 3 and 10. Yeah, man, these perilous times coming, man. You better have the Lord with you. If you ain't got the Lord with you, man, you finished. It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
Go ahead.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yeah, that great noise, that boom, or that missile. Go ahead.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Go ahead.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Shall be burned up. Go ahead.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved.
Seeing then we have understanding that all these things shall be dissolved.
What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation?
Yep.
And godly.
Yeah, there's holy conversations in these scriptures, man. All right, you're supposed to be meditating on this word day and night. Go ahead,
Looking for and hasting until the coming day. Looking for and hasting until the coming of the day of the Most High.
See that? Looking for and hastening. We hastening for that day to come, man. We ready to get out of here. Let's go to Luke 21.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 1. It says, thus said Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against Israel in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Yeah, that destroying wind is that thermonuclear missile, man. Go ahead.
And will send unto Babylon fanners.
Yep.
And they shall fan her.
Yep.
And shall empty her land.
Yep.
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Go ahead.
Against him that bended, let the archer bend his bow.
Go ahead.
And against him that lifted himself up and his
spell it out.
B-R-I-G-E.
Brigadine.
Yeah, Brigadine. Okay. Brigadine and spare ye not her young men.
Yep.
Destroy ye utterly all her hosts.
Yeah, utterly, all her hosts, all her army is going to be utterly destroyed, man. Go ahead.
All right. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans,
Yep,
and they that are thrust through in the streets.
yep.
For Israel hath not for Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power.
Yeah, man, we're not being forsaken by the Lord. Yeah, how about shout out, man? All right, he's going to take care of us in that day. 28. Then we're going to come down 36.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass,
Yo, these perilous times, the beginning of sorrows, when these things begin to come to pass,
then look up
yep,
and lift up your head,
go ahead.
for your redemption draweth nigh.
For your redemption draweth nigh, man. We too late in the game to be going back and forth with anybody, man. Jump to 36.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore,
Watch ye therefore,
and pray always,
and pray always,
that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass,
that you are counted worthy to escape all these things that are going to come to pass. And what?
and to stand before the Son of Man.
And to stand before the Son of Man. With that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity, and a hearty shalom to the believers out there who's believing on the words of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom, DTA, and a Bible ball. Shalom. The water for tuning in.